Hey guys, gals, and pals, Mr. Obvious here. And today we're going to talk about Antifa in the CRINGE video they posted online in an ominous message against Mayor Ted Wheeler here on Twitter with Andy No. Breaking. The FBI has gotten involved after an #Antifa group in Portland released a disturbing video that ended with a threat against Ted Wheeler. His address was shown. Centered in this post, in this exclusive report, Andy No says that he uncovers the far-left journalist involved with the video. Now, important information here. All private information has been censored. It is not in the video. But I thought we would take a look at this clip. We would break it down, kind of go over the story. Let's watch.
Hello. We come to you as a small collective from within the anarchist and anti-fascist community. We do not speak for the whole, as each individual may carry different ideologies and beliefs about how things could, should, or will be accomplished.
So the first thing you should notice is that, one, they call themselves a collective. That is peak irony for anarchists who are supposed to not believe in collective groups. Secondly, already you can tell that this post is absolutely glowing. For those of you that don't get that reference, I'm basically saying that this is clearly propaganda. It's probably a LARP, and if it's not a LARP, it's made by someone who's dumb.
The mayor of this city is undeserving of his position. He has made it abundantly clear that windows to him are more important than human lives.
Now they say something that's very telling here. They say that Ted Wheeler cares more about windows than human lives. Do these left-wing activists ever think about the human lives that run these businesses? The small business owners who own these businesses, own these buildings, which Antifa and left-wingers destroy in their mostly peaceful protests. What about that human life? It's not about windows. It's about people. Because those windows are owned by these business owners just trying to feed their families. Despicable.
We are not just challenging the idea of having Ted as a mayor. We are challenging the idea of having mayors at all.
We are challenging the idea of having mayors at all. So, who's gonna run your society then? Nothing, dude. We're anarchists. Like, there will be no government. How will you deal with the acquisition and trade of goods and services?
We don't need money. This can become a commune where everyone just helps each other. Yeah, we'll have one guy who makes bread, and one guy who he looks out for other people's safety.
You mean like a baker and a cop?
We want abolition. Abolition is absolute. If peaceful marches, speeches, and voting were enough to bring about that goal, then we would have already been there.
Now, this is just ludicrous because everybody knows that Antifa and these left-wing protesters and activists have been anything but mostly peaceful. Like the fact that they actually say peaceful. If our peaceful protesting was enough, we would have had change. But then you look at these pictures that they're showing themselves and you can see that they have not been peaceful. There is nothing peaceful about destroying other people's property, their jobs, their livelihoods, destroying your community. And this is why anarchism is stupid. This is why anybody that tells you that anarchism is about living in some hippie utopia where there is no authority, anyone who tells you that is a moron. All societies have authority, regardless of whether you have a government or not. Without a government, it is simply survival of the fittest. You won't get a left-wing hippie utopia where people help each other. You will simply get despotism. The strong will rule. Survival of the fittest.
This movement encompasses the liberation of all those oppressed by the system, whether it be black, indigenous, Hispanic, etc.
I like how he basically just goes on a list of all the people that they're trying to help, and they basically list everybody except white people. I thought that was an interesting little note there. They're gonna help everyone who's oppressed, but who cares about the poor white families living in poverty? They don't matter, apparently, to this guy. I disagree, of course.
Nobody owns this movement, and wanting to or trying to claim ownership of this movement just leads to more division, which is counterproductive to all of our goals.
You mean like how the Democrats and the main corporations and organizations like BLM, how all of them claim to own this left-wing movement? And it's kind of organized, and it's kind of like a lot of very rich corporations and organizations are funding these left-wing protests and ideals? It's almost like Antifa is not counterculture at all, when the corporations are promoting Antifa. You've had too much to think. Go to jail.
Ted, we are asking for the last time that you resign.
They basically go on to threaten Mayor Ted Wheeler, saying that he must resign or else. You know, these cringe lords, I guess, are going to move out of their mom's basement and, go protest in the street. Clearly, this is cringe.
Stop it. Get some help.
So here on Twitter, for 2 whole days, Twitter allowed people to support this stupid video. So this disturbing 2-minute video was posted Wednesday night on Twitter by the newly created account name @NotAThreat. They wrote not as not, so I'm guessing they were also a furry. That's the real crime. This video was quickly shared and promoted among Portland's Antifa and far-left accounts. So people did some investigating, and they appear to have found the left-wing journalist who's behind this post. Here it says, the account that uploaded the video Wednesday was created on the same day. Twitter user @1312 was the first person to follow the account and to share the video on Antifa networks. 1312 is the numeric coding for ACAB. All cops are bad, essentially. You get the idea. So according to TPM, @Hazel1312 was an account operated by far-left journalist Jared Bailey Huber, a 21-year-old from Damascus, Oregon. He has been a staple at Antifa protests and riots in Portland and elsewhere in the US. Now, it's important to note that Huber is making the claim that he did not make this video and that somebody asked him to post it. According to him, that is the case. Whether he's telling the truth, though, remains to be seen. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. Did you enjoy this video? Let me know down below in the comment section. If you want to support my channel and the work I do, please join me on Patreon or Subscribestar. This channel currently is not monetized. Maybe someday in the future it will be, but until then, I have no ads. So join me on these platforms. Doing so will give you access to a private Discord server and any private posts. Anyhow, thanks for watching, share the video, subscribe, like, and I'll see you all next time.